Hey, you guys. So, guess what? More notes. Okay, so today we're going to be talking about embedding quotes. And you guys have already technically started this. So, since we've been starting PL paragraphs, you've been having to put quotes in, and I've talked about the lead ins. So, you guys should understand that you can't just plop a quote in the middle of a paragraph, okay? You've got to embed it. So, you've got to have it so that it has the lead in and it's all part of the same sentence. That way it flows better. So today we're going to be taking some notes on that. And I just want you guys to start using some of these skills when you guys are writing your PL paragraphs. We're at the end of this unit, you guys are going to be writing your first essay where you're going to have to be able to embed quotes into your full essay also. Okay, so go ahead and get your table of contents filled out. Get your two next pages labeled with embedding quotes and come on back. Okay, so here we go. You guys should already have labeled the 2 pages embedding quotes. You guys should have a date here and you guys should have page numbers. Okay, so make sure you have all of that completed. Okay, so are you ready? First, I definitely gotta figure out. Okay, so one of the things I want us to understand is the difference between a quote. Okay, a quote is a quote is words taken directly from a text. Here's the big thing I want you guys to understand. There's something else called dialogue. So when you guys read fiction or short stories, there are quotation marks used in fiction. The quotation marks show dialogue. Okay, so dialogue is when a character speaks a quote or any words taken directly from a text. So when you guys are looking for quotes in your short stories and novels, you do not have to find something with quotation marks around it. That's not what I'm asking. I'm not asking you to find dialogue. I'm asking you to find a quote, which can be any words from the text. Okay, any words from the text. Does not need to be dialogue. Okay. Okay, so there are times when you need to use a quote, okay? Okay, the main way we use it, okay, is the reason why we need quotes in our writing is because we want to Okay, so you're going to use it when you want to add authority from another source. It adds credibility. So instead of you, like my 8th graders read cell 1. So when you're writing about it and you're talking to me about Nyambia and his naivety, you guys are not just saying he's naive. You're proving it with a quote. So you are adding that credibility that it's not just your opinion. Here's my evidence in the text that guarantees that I am correct. Okay? So that is when we use it, okay? We also use it okay? We also use it when our own words couldn't say it better, okay? But this right here is the main reason why we use it in our writing for my class, okay? Okay, so Okay, so how do we include a quote? This should all look very familiar to you, okay? First, you're going to make a point. Okay? Make a point. Which is your point sentence in your paragraph, right? 2, you're going to include a quote, which is your evidence. Okay? And then the third thing you're going to do is you're going to give an explanation. Oops, spell explanation right. Which is explaining your evidence. Okay? And then the last thing I want you guys to take notes on in here, and then I'm going to kind of show you a little bit of practice, is how do you integrate your quote? Okay, so I'm going to give you guys some examples down here, okay? Okay, so, and I'm actually going to talk about a few other things when I do this. I might not make notes here, but you feel free to add some notes if I say something that you're unaware of, that you can draw lines to things and add some notes, okay? So here's my example. I'm actually going to color code this real quick. These three colors. Okay, so that's an I. When Iago. Okay, so this orange is my lead-in. Okay. And now I'm going to go into my quote. Now I'm going to warn you. Oops, mute. I can't read. Okay, I'm going to tell you, this is from a Shakespeare play. This is from Othello. So this is cited slightly differently. Because it's a play, I'm doing an act, scene, and lines. Okay, so 8th graders, you guys learn this when we do Macbeth. But go ahead and put this. So I have my quote. Now these brackets, do you see the brackets? These brackets, if we were to go to Othello, Act 3, Scene 3, lines 196 to 197, you're going to find that this word is not there. It probably says, "It is the green-eyed monster which doth mock the meat it feeds on." Okay? But in order for this sentence to make sense, I need to add the word jealousy so that the reader who's reading my paragraph understands that I'm talking about jealousy. So these brackets tell me that this word is not from the direct quote. It's a word that I am changing in the quote, okay? So every once in a while you have to change a word in a quote. If you do that, you have to put brackets around it, okay? Now I'm at the end of my quote, but look, I have a comma here because it's not the end of my sentence, okay? So the way that I am embedding this is I've got this lead in here, okay? When Iago suggests that jealousy is the green-eyed monster which doth mock the meat it feeds on, I have my citation after my quote, okay? And then it's not the end of my sentence. So I'm going to keep going, and this is like the start of my explanation, but it's not my full explanation, okay? Oh my gosh, I'm really struggling with this whole reading thing today. Okay, so you might want to somewhat label these. So this is my lead-in, because you cannot just plop a quote in. Here's my quote, and this is the start of my explanation. Ooh, I cannot fit it. Okay, start of my explanation. Okay, so that is how you integrate it. If you are in 7th grade, I'm okay with you doing a lead-in and then this being the end of your sentence, okay? 8th graders, I want to start pushing you so you have this lead-in, you have your quote, and you kind of start your explanation. So 8th graders, I'd like to start seeing some of you, the ones that are a little bit further along that are ready to be pushed a little bit more, I'd like you guys to try to start doing this 3-piece integration, okay? Okay, so that is how we integrate a quote, okay? I'm going to do, actually, I'm not going to do anything else. So basically, what I'm going to have you do is you're going to come in tomorrow, and if you have any questions on embedding them, we are going to practice a little bit, and then we're going to work with quotes in like a worksheet kind of thing. But I definitely want you guys to understand my expectations when it comes to quotes. Okay, so I will see you guys in class tomorrow.